Tips, tricks, hacks, what we do with apps in the property market. Welcome to the Morning Minutes with myself, Michael Bergio, Mark Novak, and let's get geeky, nerdy. What apps do we use out there probably every day, and what suggestions we have for other agents, and also what apps some buyers and sellers can download and use to help them with their property needs.
Landlords, tenants, everyone out there, and I think I'm getting a bit of a fierce reputation for being a bit of a nerd. I don't like it, but that's okay. Let's share our knowledge, eh? Let's talk about. So, Michael, over to you. What is a hack, tip, or trick that you use in your everyday that you can share?
Yeah, so I think property WhatsApp is the biggest app I reckon I use the most, and that is for communication with mainly vendors and internally as well. So I think we all have group chats with friends and family, and making that decision to do that in business has been probably one of the best decisions we've made. And that's probably the number one. I would say WhatsApp. What's your number one, Mark?
Maybe I like talking about the emerging and new ones, and the reality is that, to answer your question, Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, animals, but there's sort of no secret out there to people, for me to promote and talk about. Some of the editing stuff I think is really interesting that's out there. There's CC captions that if you do a video, they will caption the video and overlay the caption on the video. And it costs a fraction of rev.com. So rev.com normally do our captions. Captions are obviously the subtitles to go over captions I think is the headings, and subtitles is the words below. But so the one I use, CC captions, and it does it within about 60 seconds and adds captions to your video relevant to how long it is. Costs a bit of money, but that's okay. Another one that I just picked up, Michael, that I like that probably no one has seen out there is Mixcam. It's an Apple one. Mixcam is it runs your front camera on your phone and your back camera on your phone simultaneously. And because of COVID, we haven't been able to interview someone on one camera because they're too close. They're within 1.5 meters of you to go onto the on one frame. So the Mixcam frame records front camera, back camera, so you can literally hold an interview, have 1.5 meters, 2 meters between you and someone. You're in front of the camera, they're behind the camera. Mixcam.
And that's the split screen one people may see on our Facebook where you got top and bottom. Correct?
Yeah, it does. It does top or bottom. It does left or right, but in essence, it's running the front camera on your phone and the back camera on your phone. If you have a look on last night at about 9:00 on Novak Properties, we launched a Mixcam app. We used the app to shoot that, and we used the CC captions to put the captions on that. That's another good app. Give me one.
Yeah, Cut Story. So Cut Story is great for resizing videos, adding all music onto videos as well. So you'll find if you're doing videos across all platforms, it can be very annoying that Facebook is one format, Instagram TV is another format.
Yes.
And then LinkedIn is one as well. So what Cut Story can do is you do your video normal, do it live on Facebook, download the video, you upload it into Cut Story, you press the format, it does it within 30 seconds, you upload it to IGTV. That one is awesome. Cut Story.
Because the formats are bananas. So if anyone who's just starting to get into doing social stuff, the way you upload it on Instagram requests two different styles of uploads. One's a long format, which is 9:6, which is your portrait, which is your normal phone. And the other format is 1:1 or 16:9, which is your television format. And one will allow up to 15 minutes and one will allow only 1 minute. So Cut Story is really clever because Cut Story, for example, can grab your 5-minute video, chop it up in 1 minute intervals, so you can upload it to your posts. But that's just Instagram, hey Michael? You then got bloody LinkedIn, and you've then got YouTube, and then you've then got Facebook. Most of them different formats again.
Yeah, so it can be quite frustrating dealing with all different ones. And I think a lot of people then sort of fit the one that isn't convenient for them to use, they end up not putting much content on there. So this app will save you a lot of time.
What's a minefield? Another app that I use that I like. You got your phone open?
Yeah, I do. That's what I'm sort of looking at. Link.
A bit of a hack. Actually, something which is a bit of a hack, guys. If you're using stuff that you frequently use, throw it on your home screen. So as real estate agents, we've got our website, and naturally, when we're talking to people, we're always referring to our website.
Yep.
So what I do, and this is what people should do, that helps us enormously with efficiency, is I have a 2-bedroom unit category already on my home screen, already on our website. I then have a house category already on my home screen, which is our website. And the way to do that, if people don't know, is if you have to be in Safari to put a website on your home screen. And it's not actually an app, it's actually the website on your home screen. So that's a really cool little trick, that if you're constantly going into a website, which we are, i.e. our property, novac.com.au, I've actually not only got our website on as a home screen, but I've got our unique searches that I always use when I'm talking to buyers on the home screen.
Like I do that a lot. I've got like land value, the Governor General value for blocks as saved. I've got zoning saved. So you always get asked a lot what land tax is, and there's a website there. So I think that's a key one. Just as important as apps is saving those to your home screen. So what other ones do you have saved besides?
Yeah, that's a really good one, Michael. We might actually put these everyone that we've referred to, we're going to put into the comments as a link later today. So just to give you an idea, guys, if you're searching your land tax for this year, it is available on the website. So you can literally Google it, find it, and find out your land tax. Even if you're actually buying a property, you can actually find out the land tax on that unit or on that house that you're buying, and we're going to supply you that link. So you can easily do that for you, and it's great because if you own 2 properties, for example, you can search both of those land taxes and see if you're still under the threshold.
Oh, Mark, I got another one. Scannable.
Whoa.
That's probably one of the basically a lot of people. Scannable allows you to take. It's basically like taking a photo of any document, but it makes it into a PDF. So it's very. When a lot of people are like, I don't want a photo version. Because it may not be clear enough. Scannable acts like a photo, scans it perfectly, like 99% of the time, and then you can email it as a PDF, save it to Evernote, save it to your photos. That's a game changer, especially for agents doing agreements. Give the client their copy scannable. That's a big one.
Scannable's a whopper. Scannable's a whopper when you're scanning stuff in.
Yeah. Instagram layouts to add photos together before and afters. That's a really big one. Layouts.
I don't use layouts. Do you?
Yeah, a fair bit when you're doing, especially if you want to get 3 or 4 photos and do one post. I find that's quite effective, especially when you're showing the benefits of virtual furniture versus non-virtual. Do a little before and side by side. It's a big one. Telegram. That's a secret one we only got onto late.
Oh, that's our secret weapon. You just gave it away.
Yeah, well, if you're joining in, you deserve it.
If you're watching, you deserve it. Guys and girls, welcome to Telegram. That app is probably the Mark Novak favorite app. And the reason why is it does everything that WhatsApp does, and it does everything that you want WhatsApp to do.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll say it again. Telegram does everything what WhatsApp does and more. So whatever you dream of you wanting WhatsApp to do, that's what Telegram's going to do.
Yep. Another one.
So, can I just expand on Telegram, because I love this app?
Yes.
The reason our application in our business of what we use it for is moving around media. So the problem that we had in our business was Dropbox was a little bit clunky. You couldn't preview, you couldn't upload, download really fluidly. Now, when you use WhatsApp, no one actually knows, but when you transmit a video in WhatsApp or to a friend, when you send a video to a friend, WhatsApp automatically resizes the video to low pixels. So when you go to use that video on social media, for instance, or anywhere, it's going to be pixelated. It's not going to be clear. So if you've got a 1080 video that's you've shot brilliantly and you want to forward it to 10 salespeople in your business, Telegram's your answer. So for any industry, if you're moving around media and you don't want that media to be resized, Telegram's your answer. I had a friend of mine, and I've absolutely changed his business single-handedly, which was Joe, who we had on the other day, which he does the shipping containers. Guess how he uses it?
Tell me.
Thanks for asking. He uses it as a shopping list for his clients. So what he does is he does a broadcast list. So when he gets a shipping container delivery, so he may get 30, 40 shipping containers come in. Say one's a refrigerated 40-foot container. He'll do the photos. He'll do the video walk around, and he'll push it to a broadcast list. Now, all his customers, he may have 100 customers in that broadcast list. He calls the broadcast list shipping containers 40-foot.
Yeah.
He sends the video. He sends the photos. He sends the serial number of the box and the price. Sold.
Yeah, very good, very
so
good.
That's how he does. Not only that, he will repurpose that. And another trick to Telegram, it actually has archives. So if I have you and I talking for 6 months about commercial property, and I add a third person in, that third person will not be able to see our 6-month history. With Telegram, it'll bring that new member into the whole history of that thread.
Yeah. I like that. That's one thing that really annoys me with WhatsApp, to be honest. You add people to the groups and they miss all the past history. It does it. I think it's a good option Telegram do.
It's rock solid. Now, also, there's a desktop version. So the desktop version of Telegram syncs with your phone.
Yes.
So your computer suddenly thinks it's like a mobile phone. You can drag and drop PDFs. You can drag and drop any sort of file. And the game changer of the desktop version, get this one, Michael. I've got a saved item. There's a saved box in your messages. What does that mean? I can say I want to keep that file. I'll drop it into my saves and I'll pick it up from my PC. Or I'll go into my PC, I'll drop it into saved and I'll pick it up from my iPhone out of my saved files in Telegram. So what I do is in WhatsApp is I send it to my wife, or I send it to a colleague in the office, only because I wanted a copy on my mobile phone, and they'll say to me, "What's this for?" You go, "Don't worry about it. Disregard."
Yeah, I do it all the time. You just send it.
So Telegram has a saved items box where you can push and pull out of it.
What else?
All right, I got a bit excited on that app. Next app.
Yeah, you like to. Okay.
Any questions?
No, not this morning. Andrew's on, John's, Chris on. G'day, Ray. What else? I do.
Your head's all cut off for some reason.
Well, I think they're the main ones. Besides your basic RP data, Insta, Facebook, you save all the like your website channels. Reports on Facebook's a big one. A lot of people still don't have that. The reporting system for your analytics.
Yep.
You'd be surprised how many people don't have that there. Cut story, Stan, Linktree. I should use Linktree a lot more. Linktree is an app that you have one URL that links to any many URLs. So on Instagram, Mark, where you're only allowed one URL in your bio, but a lot of the time you've got a lot of pages you want people to see. You want your profile, you want your listings, you may want an article you've been in or awards. So what Linktree will allow you to do, you put the Linktree app and then you click on that link and then that gives you your 10 other links. So Linktree is a big one. I don't use it much, but I want to use it because I know it's very powerful.
Hey, what about the one that our property management team has used the most? We've done about 30 to 40,000 videos on it over the last 6 years, 7 years. We do our routine inspection videos on it. So it's absolutely bananas. It's the best video making app. And the reason why we use it, it's called Movie Pro. I
don't use it much, but I know of it.
So Movie Pro is great because you know how you get when you walk with the phone, you get the jiggling around. Movie Pro will take all jiggle out of your video when you're walking with your phone.
Yeah, now, even when you're walking with it, it's big.
Yeah, big one. Now the biggest asset of Movie Pro, stop and start your video. So yeah, if you haven't realized, everyone, when you're using the Apple Video Maker, once you stop the video, that is your video clip. If you want to join it, you got to use another piece of software to join your 5 videos. But Movie Pro will allow you to video the room, stop. Video the next room, stop. Video the next room, stop. Video the backyard, stop. And then it'll say, are you ready to save? And you say yes. And there is your 4 videos in one video. So Movie Pro has a pause function.
Yeah, very good when you if you get disrupted or you're going through a not like a bit of the home that you don't want filmed or someone else is there. So that's really good.
And that's our television. That's our television shot. They stop, start. They chop stuff and put it together. So this is effectively, just chopping around and putting it together for you.
Yep. I think that's most of them, Mark. I think that sort of covers them. Any other WeChat basic ones?
WeChat won't let me join. Anyone else out there got any apps they can recommend for the real estate industry, for property, for video, for social, for how you use your phone? That's probably it. Oh, I got another one. Just a bit of a tip. If when you go to move your app, you hold the app down and it jiggles.
Yes.
And it's on page 4.
Yep.
And you want to put it on page 1.
Yeah.
You can actually do it a much faster way
than dragging.
Yeah. The older way is you drag that app over to page 3, over to page 2, over to page 1, and often it gets stuck somewhere when you do that.
Yep.
The other way is when it starts jiggling, hold that app with one finger and with your thumb slide to screen 1.
Okay. Yep.
Slide the entire screen to screen 1. So sometimes I got stuff on screen 12 and I want to go to screen 1 and I keep getting stuck with that trying to move that to each screen. You don't have to. You can hold your finger down on that app. This is for moving an app. Hold your finger down on that app and with your thumb slide across 12 screens like bang, 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 drop.
Yeah, very good. Okay. I think that might be a wrap. Who we go on? Thanks, Andrew, John Matthews, Chris Gilmore. Thanks for all tuning in. Any questions, tips, tricks, hacks, always let us know. Anything else you want to say, Mark?
It was pretty nerdy, today's one.
Yeah, so that's all right. But you'll have breakfast with Novak soon in probably half an hour.
Yep.
Perfect. All good.
And today we're talking about what people played in their car on the way to work.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's going to be interesting.
John Matthews, are you guys using any service for automated social media? No. I think, Mark, okay, so on an agent individual level, the answer is no. Most of us, or I think all of us, put our own posts up, especially like myself and Mark.
We schedule a lot, so you can, so for people who don't know, there's two different pages outside of Facebook that Facebook own that run on desktop. There's Facebook Business that you can post on, and there's Facebook Creator Studio that you can post on. So we get out a lot of video content, and we use Studio, the Facebook Studio, Creator Studio, to schedule a lot of our stuff.
Can you give an example of what we schedule and what we don't, Mark, so John knows?
John. So what we actually do is original posts. It's a bit like making a television commercial. The television commercial should never appear once. It's such an enormous amount in creation to only run a property video or a video once. So what we actually do is we run that video. So we'll go into Creator Studio, we'll push that video out. Then we'll go back into that same video in Creator Studio, pick up that same video and say, schedule it again here, here, and here. So maybe over 3 weeks, every Sunday night. Now, what actually happens, it actually attributes the first set of views on the video. It starts amalgamating the views on the same video because we use the original video. So we don't actually post it up. We don't upload it 4 times. We actually schedule the original post 4 times, and it starts amalgamating the views. Bit of a game changer. So you'll often see in a lot of our stuff, we've had 20,000 views because we've reposted it, that original one. Now, it's not a share. It's actually it's not an original upload. So we create a post using the original. So you'll see when you go into the original, say, do you want to use this post? Do you want to use this original to repost? You say yes. But to answer your question, it's the best software out there.
Yeah, and then a lot of the daily stuff is all original from all the agents. But that's because I find, don't you reckon, Mark, it's almost like agents just have a rule that, like, they've made a rule that you only can post a property video once, where it's just not the case. You can be posting it every 3 days. If you look at how fast you skim through your news feed, you need to post it 4 times for it to be seen. So that's where that app and website comes in handy, because you're scheduling it every week or every month. It's very good.
And also you're scheduling it in peak periods.
Yes. Yep.
Which is good. So, for property traffic, we want viewers to see it when everyone's on the couch and got a lot of time. We don't want people to see it at 9:15 in the morning when they're at work.
Yep. Perfect. Anything else, Mark? I think it covers it.
Other favourite apps. Let me check my home screen before we sign out. DocuSign.
Yep. Game changer.
DocuSign, Messenger, RP Data, Just Record. I don't really use. No, I've got a great one. DocuSign's one, guys. Come back. Dashlane.
Yes, for all your passwords.
Yeah. So, guys, Dashlane, I have got 562 passwords in my life. And I needed to store them somewhere. I was frustrated because when I was on my PC, my passwords were stored on my Apple device, or when I was on my laptop, my passwords were stored on my phone. The one thing that actually goes across all of those, I think it's one of the top 3 to 5, one of the top 3 apps in the world for password storage. So that should mean it's relatively safe. That stores all of my passwords. It cost me X amount a year, but I got to tell you, the amount of time that I've saved because I forget my passwords is nuts. And the golden rule is don't have the same password for everything. It's nuts. Oh, I got a good one. Haystacks. If you want to see how strong your password is, go to haystacks.com, and it'll tell you how long it'll take for a nerd to crack your password. You will be shocked. So if you've got a password, you should have an uppercase, a lowercase, a number, a character, word.
Yes.
So, if you want to test if you've got a shit password currently, type it into Haystacks and you will be absolutely floored how many milliseconds it takes for them to crack. I think they can do 1 billion cracks in a second, these computers these days. They call it array something. I don't know what they call when they forced to do that. But anyway, that's passwords. What else?
I think that sort of covers most of it.
All right, legend. Guys, have a great day.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you, everyone. Cheers.
Thank you, Mr. Burgio.
Thank you. Have a good Saturday. Bye.
Bye.